Today we have a ton of videos to check. I mean, look at this. There's literally a wall of tapes. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, as I showed you just before, there's a ton of tapes, so I don't want to do like a crazy big introduction for this because it's going to be long enough, probably about an hour long video. I hope not, but it is what it is. Some of the stuff I'm going to skip very quickly if it's things that I've already showed you. So yeah, the purpose of this is just to show you pretty much what I have in case you're interested in buying. So let's get into it. So first of all, it's the first one is not a late release because this is around 2004, 2003. So we have Terminator 3. Yeah, I picked this one up because someone asked me about it. Like someone is after the Terminator movies, and I think he does have a copy of Part 3, but I did find another one because he wanted the second copy. So hey, why not? So let me just focus here just to show you in case you've never seen Terminator 3, the Korean copy. It does have a bit of sun fade, but I mean, yeah, it is what it is with 2024. As I said before, pretty cool cover and overall pretty cool release. So yeah, Terminator 3. Okay, now we're getting into the late releases because the shop I've been to, I'm gonna post actually maybe later on a little video because I did shot some footage of that store that I've been to, and that was down south of Korea. I mean down south of Seoul, not south of Korea, because that would be more like Busan or Jeonnam-do. But it was in Daejeon, so it was a bit down south from where I live. And it took about maybe 30 minutes by SRT. SRT is kind of like the bullet train here in South Korea. It's the fast train. So if you would go there by bus, it would be probably way longer than that, maybe about 2 hours or so. So anyway, I grabbed all those tapes because the deal was very good. And the late releases are hard to find now. So especially in Seoul, because I'm nearby Seoul, so I always check there and there's pretty much nothing, and whenever there's something, it's either like the price is not too great or the condition is just trash, or both. So all right, so let's get to it. So the first one here we have Rocky Balboa. This one is getting hard to find in any shape or form, I mean like condition. This one does apparently, well, obviously looks like it has a bunch of, a lot of sun fade. Yeah, because it's the orange, right? As usual, like I said, orange red is the color that, goes away the easiest. So that's why it does look like very, very sun faded. It's maybe not that terrible, but it does look bad. Although like the rest of the cover, everything is very clean, it's not damaged at the top or the bottom, and the same thing goes for pretty much everything I'm going to show you today, which is super cool. And that's why I went crazy and I did buy like 60 tapes all at once. So yeah, this is Rocky Balboa, and the release for that is June 2007. June 2007. So obviously you didn't get that in the States. It's pretty unique to South Korea. I don't know if any other countries had this released, but 2007, I would think this is pretty much like the last stretch for tapes anywhere in the world except Korea. Okay, the next one was a special request as well, and I'm very happy because I bought that. I was kind of like a blind buy. I didn't know about the tape condition. I didn't get that from the shop in Daejeon. I got that online, and thankfully the copy is pretty clean. I had to clean it a little bit, but it was like almost like this, so yeah, near mint. Even the spine, everything like barely, if not like no sun fade at all. Very beautiful. So I'm very glad about this one. Very happy because, like I said, it was a blind buy. I don't like to do those, but yeah, I took a chance. It's in excellent condition. So yeah, the person who's gonna get this, I think is gonna be very happy. Okay. Next, something I never check for. This is, I don't even know what it is actually. something Vegas. Let's zoom in. What about Vegas? Does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't know, not my type of movie. I just know like some people ask me for that, so I picked it up. Again, late release, we're talking about late 2008. So of course it was a pick. Excellent condition once again. Most of those, by the way, I didn't clean them up yet, so I will have to clean them. I mean, by that, all the sleeves and all the clamshells are super clean, but the tapes inside may need a bit of like, you know, cleaning. So yeah, that's it. Okay, well, speaking of cleaning, yeah. See what I mean? Like this one is clean, but you see on the plastic inside, maybe like some like stain, so I will need to clean this. So anyway, this movie is a game movie. It's Max Payne. It's the very first time I do get this tape. I was really excited because any movies based on video games is kind of a niche thing, because all the video game movies are usually terrible, including this one. But it's kind of a guilty pleasure of mine to try to track them down, because you know, you have Silent Hill, I showed you before. There's Dead or Alive DOA that came out as well, which I had in the past, and now there's Max Payne, which is the first time I get this, so I was very excited. And also because it is a let me show you, 2009 film, so we're really down to the end of the videotape era here, so 2009, and that's why perhaps it's quite hard to find, because it's the first time I do pick a copy of this ever. Okay, next, something I had in the past, it's the fourth movie, the fourth Die Hard film, which is Live Free, Die, no, something Free and Die something, forgot the title. Not an amazing film, but was kind of fun film anyway. Once again, a bit of sun fade. Overall conditions very nice. Otherwise, it's always like this. The spine. A lot of them, like the spines, are a bit sun faded, but otherwise, the general condition is very good. 2007, the very end of 2007, so pretty much like 2008 release. Getting quite rare as well. So yeah, we'll have that for sale. Okay, next, let's do some Disney film, because some of you love the Disney films. I do have a beautiful, beautiful copy of the third Pirate of the Caribbean film, which I forgot the name. I'm sorry. Anyway, the third film. And what's very special about this one is, as you can see, usually when you have a double tape film like this, both sleeves will be exactly the same, except they will put like part 1, part 2 like this here. But the tape, I mean, the sleeve will be the exact same design. But as you can see, this one, they put a different image on each tape, which makes it quite special, I would say. Not many movies did that. I know Dark Knight did that, Batman Dark Knight. And this is one of the other very rare occasions where they did that. So there you go. But the rest of the tape is the same, you know, the back is the same, and the front is exactly the same. But the fact that they differentiated a little bit with the spine is kind of a nice touch. And yes, speaking of the spine, there's no sun fade. So these are beautiful copies. And once again, beautiful, clean, and everything. Same goes for both tapes. So here you go. So we have the third movie of Pirate of the Caribbean. And I did have, by the way, part 2, which I just sold earlier this week because it was a special order. So I cannot show it to you today because it's already gone. And it's actually quite hard to find, just like part 3. It's funny because for so many times I did see part 2, part 3, part 1 as well. But I kind of focused only on part 3. So I did get part 3 in the past, and I never got part 2 because in my mind it was kind of, oh, maybe it was released in the States, so I never picked it up. But little did I know that it actually never came out in USA, so now I will look for it more. Anyway, so Pirate of the Caribbean, Another Disney film, another 2 tapes, which, oh, by the way, it does have 2 different spines for the 2 cassettes. This one is Narnia, the Prince Caspian, so the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, which is the 2nd film in the series. And let me just show you the spine once again. So you have part 1, part 2, but they did put different pictures, which is actually cool. So that makes 3 films, by the way, with a different image on the spine. I did show you this tape a long time ago. It's actually quite rare now to find this tape. It's late 2008, so it's November 2008. And it doesn't pop up very often, I should say. The first movie does pop up all the time, and there are 2 versions. If I remember correctly, there's a dub version and there's a subtitled version, and both of them kind of, I see them like from time to time. They're not that rare, and they're not really in demand, to be honest. Like, people really want this one, not the other one. So I stopped looking for the first one, but the second one is rare, and I was super happy to get this copy here. Okay, just a moment. I don't mix up what I've cleaned up and what I didn't clean up, because that would be bad. I think I did clean the Rocky. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Next one, we have another kids movie. It's Garfield 2. Yeah, I don't know. I picked it up because I don't know if anyone asked me for this, but again, it goes into those movies that were released in a few countries, but maybe not in the US, or somehow very, very late, rare release, promo, not promo, like a screener kind of copy. See, it does have like bad mold, but it's not that bad, by the way. I keep saying bad, but for me, this is not bad, okay? Because I did check inside, because, you know, if you pull out the cassette, the tape, this here, you can check if on the surface there is any mold. If there's mold, and trust me, a couple of tapes there I had to leave there because there was mold. Not many, thankfully, but a few of them. But if you pull it out, and like for maybe just like, I don't know, 2 feet, whatever, like you see some mold, and after the 3rd feet and so on, there's nothing, it's clean. It means the rest is probably clean, but this here is easy to remove. This is nothing, by the way. Trust me, I cleaned like 1,000 tapes, so I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is definitely, you know, manageable. So anyway, yeah, maybe you might be scared, thinking like, oh my god, he bought like all these moldy tapes. By the way, if you come to Korea and you're looking for non-moldy tape, good luck, okay? Because there's like none. I mean, maybe not as bad, but this one is not bad by any mean, okay? I've seen bad. I showed you bad tapes before, but this is nothing. All right, so case closed. This is easy to clean. Although, yeah, this tape is in Korean. This is a Korean language animation. I don't know if they made one that is subbed, but anyway, I picked it up. Let's move on, because I have a lot of movies. This one is Bourne Ultimatum. I think it's the 3rd movie in the series. I think I showed it to you before. Nice copy. Yeah, Bourne Ultimatum. If you're a fan of the Bourne series, which it's been a couple of years since they made one. So yeah, this one is, let me check, 2007. It's actually December 2007. Okay, next one is a movie that every time I got in stock, it always sold out pretty fast. And well, by that, I think I had it twice, and twice it sold fast. So I don't know if anyone would be interested in another copy, but this is V for Vendetta. Yeah, some sun fade, but otherwise very nice. And this is 2006. It's, let me check, July 2006. Okay. Yet another one I had in stock. I'm happy about this one, by the way, because it doesn't have any sun fade whatsoever. So this is a nice copy. There's a few of them, by the way, that I picked up, and there's no sun fade whatsoever. So luckily. and this one is one of them. So what year is that? Oh, it's so tiny. It's 2008, May 2008. So this is the Tim Burton film, The Barber of something something Street. Forgot again. I always forget the title of this movie. It's like a long title. Sweeney Todd, right? Sweeney Todd, Barber of B something Street. All right, never mind. You can laugh at me. All right, next one. Next one we have is I Am Legend. I had that in the past as well. It's kind of hard to find this one these days. I don't know. I've seen it a lot of times before, and suddenly, since like over a year, I didn't bump into like any copies at all, strangely. So this is, let me check, 2008. So I kind of have a lot of like tapes that are 2008, and this is one of them. I think it's April 2008. Next one is something that I've never had before. I don't know if anyone's interested in this. Actually, to be honest, I think someone is interested in this. And this is Be a Wolf. Be a Wolf. It's kind of like it looks like a live action film, but it's actually animation. I've seen it in the past. I think it was decent. I think it's a Robert Zemeckis film, I think. It is, yeah. The guy who made Back to the Future. So this is once again 2008, I think. 2008, there you go, March 2008. Quite hard to find also. Decent copy, a bit of sun fade, but nothing too drastic. Next one we have 300. I had that in the past. Sadly, this one does have like some sun fade. Let me just show you here if I can focus. So you see like this, like a bit less than 1 inch at the top does have like some sun fade. My God, I'm terrible in English today. Some sun fade, and then from here down it's fine. Same on the edge right here, and of course the spine does have some sun fade. Oof, okay, there we go. This is the back. It's actually a pretty cool tape on its own, and this is 2007. So August 2007. Yeah, beside the sun fade, like I said, everything I picked up, if there's some sun fade, it is like the worst defect of the tape, I mean on the spine. But, you know, like the general cut of the sleeve, there's no like, you know, like no tear, no fold, nothing. They're all like very, very nice. And the clamshells are also very clean as well. And also goes for the tape itself, the cassette. So yeah. Okay, next we have The Brave One. I've never seen this before, so I picked it up. So movie with Jodie Foster. I don't know if it was any good or not. So let's check it out. What's the year for that? 2008? Yay, 2008 as well. So this is February 2008. Okay, so The Brave One. This is something I think I showed you in the past. It's Vantage Point, because I picked that up in the past for someone and he never picked it up. Yay, I love that stuff. But I did find another copy, so no big deal. So if that same person wants it eventually, well, you have another copy in stock. And whoops, and it is in great shape. Barely any sun fade, I think, or just a bit. So yeah. Okay, next, speaking of sun fade, I think this is the worst tape for that matter. Sadly, it happens to be a movie that is fairly in demand, and it's Quantum of Solace, the second James Bond film with Daniel Craig. Well, as you can see again, the top here and here it's like okay, and then there's the sun fade right there, which for some people can be really, really, really annoying, and for others just like some people really just want the film, you know. And also the cassette will be in great shape and all. So beside that, everything else is in excellent condition. Once again, let me just zoom in a little bit here so you can see the back. I mean, if you're a Bond fan, you cannot find this movie anywhere in the world except the South Korean copy, I believe. So this is really cool if you're collector of Bond film, it's a treasure. And it's the hardest one to find of the two, because of course Casino Royale also came out. I did find a copy, but I only found the cassettes. I didn't have the sleeves, but I picked up the cassettes anyway in case, you know, I do find like a beat up copy someday, so I can cannibalize the sleeves, throw the cassettes away and use those nice cassettes. So yeah, this is, by the way, 2009. So March 2009, so no wonder why it's hard to find. Okay, next we have another one I did have in stock. I think I sold it, but I do have another copy in stock now. It does have a bit more sun fade than the previous one, although the rest, like I said, is excellent shape. It is Journey to the Center of the Earth with this Academy Award actor. So let me show you the back. There you go. And this is a what year is that? 2008 again? 2009. Okay, cool. Didn't know that. So this is a 2009 movie. Okay. Next one, we have something I never picked up before, simply because I never thought it would sell. But hey, since, like I said, I got a good deal on those, I was not, you know, I didn't restrict myself. I picked up everything. So here we have, what is this one, by the way? I don't even know. Is it Crank? Anyway, the one of those movies with the bald dude, the British actor. Again, I'm so forgetful today. I don't know if I zoom in. All the names are in English. I should have checked before showing you. Oh my God, I'm so bad. Anyway, it's too small and I don't have the patience. But anyway, if you know this film, yeah, you can write down in the comments. Anyway, I know it. I just like I'm doing this video now and I have to speak, so I'm just confused. So yeah, pick this one up. What's the year? Because this is what we're looking for. 2007, and it is late 2007. So we're October 2007. So that's cool. I don't know if it's Crank. I think it's Crank or something 24. But sometimes in Korea they change the title, so that's why I'm a bit confused. Okay, next we have another double tape. This one I never picked that one up. It's Perfume. Very beautiful cover, I must say. This is a very nice. The movie is very good, by the way. If you've never seen this film, it's really fun. So there you go. Part 1, Part 2. It's on 2 cassettes. Let's see the back. But anyway, the back is the same for both tapes. So there you go. Perfume. And the date is May 2007. So this is a May 2007 release on 2 tapes. Beautiful. It's been a long time since I want to pick this one up, but every time I find a copy, it's always like moldy or it's missing one tape or something. So, but I did find like a very decent copy now, so I picked it up. Next one we have is Miami Vice. I think it was okay. Yeah, I think, was that a Michael Mann film? I think it's from Michael Mann, who actually made the original Miami Vice series. And by the way, if you didn't watch it, there's one TV series that he kind of produced and he directed the first episode recently. It's Tokyo Vice, which is very good. I encourage you to watch it. If you're looking for something to watch, like a TV series, watch that one. They're at season 2 now. It's very good. So there you go, Miami Vice. Let's check the date. We're talking about 2008. I remember watching that, but I can't recall like what was. I got the focus terrible. Oh, 2006. So that's 2006 November. So I believe also it never came out in the US. Yeah. How about this spine? The spine is pretty good. Yeah, a bit of sun fade, but better than the other copies of some other films I have. Okay. Next, this could be interesting for some people because we have another King Kong movie coming out, and this is King Kong. So this is the movie from 2000, I guess it's 2005, but the tape is 2006. Does have a bit of sun fade, but since everything is already blue, it doesn't really matter. You kind of notice it because of the yellow right here, okay? So this is how you can tell it's actually badly sun faded, but not really, because the blue didn't you know, fade that badly from the cover, you know. So yeah, let's check about this one. I think it's 2006 April, middle of April 2006. So yeah, King Kong. It's such a gorgeous cover. It's really nice. So if you're into King Kong, you like the King Kong the Godzilla movies, well, you should pick this one up, because it's probably going to become a hot item pretty soon. All right. Next, something else I never had before. It's Hancock. Hancock, again, a bit of sun fade on the spine, but it's okay. Overall looks cool, and we're talking about a movie from 2008. So this is November 2008. Hancock. All right. Okay, now we're gonna jump into some superhero stuff, because I was lucky enough to find some superhero movies that are actually getting hard to find. Okay, of course, there's nothing like Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2 that I showed you, a week or two ago, but we're getting close to that. Well, the first one is not that crazy rare. I mean, now it's getting rare, but about 2 years ago, I would find a copy of this like every now and then, but now they're all gone. I'm gonna blame Korea Disco for that. So yeah, no, I'm joking. So anyway, I found a copy of this, so I picked it up. Of course, has some sun fade, sadly, but I mean, you know, I try to get what I can get. So this is Ghost Rider, and it will be hard to see the date. Oh my god, it's kind of tiny in here. 2007. I can see 2007, but I cannot tell you the month. I'm sorry. Oh, here it says, I think it's right here, but it's so small. I think it's June 2007. Let's say it's June 2007, that's okay. So yeah, Ghost Rider, Marvel Comics. Speaking of Marvel Comics, this is perhaps my biggest, I mean, most anticipated tape in the entire batch I have, because there's kind of a big demand for this one. But it's Spider-Man 3. And I was really, really lucky to find this. By the way, the shop I went to pick this up, I did pick it up the last time. I put it in a pile on the side, and when I went down to pay, at the time I did buy a lot of tapes as well, I forgot my little pile of late releases, including this, and I was so pissed. But turns out that almost a year later, I went back to the same shop and it was still there. It was like in another pile of something, but I did find it again, so I was super happy. It had some mold, but I was able to clean it as looked like brand new. And there's another thing. There's one of the two parts. I think it's this one. Inside there was mold. I couldn't clean it up because I would pull the tape and then mold on the reading surface, right? But I did find a copy of this, like just a cassette, maybe, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 months ago. And I did buy the cassette, like just a single cassette. The sticker was all busted here, but the tape inside was clean. So what I did is for this one, not the other one was fine. This one I did change the spool and put the clean one inside and threw the other one away. So now I do have a complete copy of Spider-Man 3 almost near mint. And thankfully enough, this one doesn't have any sun fade on the spine. It's a beautiful copy. So I'm super happy about this one. Super happy. Yeah. Okay, let's continue with superheroes. Let me just dive into other tapes right here. The next one we have is X-Men The Last Stand. So that was the third X-Men movie. I did find 3 copies of that at the shop, and the other 2 were moldy, like beyond, you know, salvage. They were not salvageable. I mean, there's no way I could clean this. This is the only one I could clean. So anyway, I picked it up. I also made sure to pick up the nicest of the 3 sleeves. So they all had like sun fade, or to some extent, but this was the nicest of the 3, sorry, which is pretty nice anyway. Yeah, so there you go, X-Men Last Stand, and this is a 2008, I think. 2000? No, it was 2006. September 2006. A really nice back cover. Okay. So X-Men Last Stand. Let's move on. Okay, let's go with 2 tapes now. We have Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. I had a bunch of copies of this one. Now they're all gone to the person who bought all my tapes, who is Korea Disco, not to name him. So I don't have any more copies left, but I did find one. So I picked it up because I had no copies left. Actually, the first Fantastic Four is quite hard to find, and I would say even that it's quite hard to find in good shape. Every time I found this tape, it was busted, it was moldy, it was like in horrible shape. This one is not in top shape because it has sun fade, yes, but the rest is fine. So I picked it up anyway. And the second copy is also in decent shape. Does have a bit of sun fade, but again, the fact is the spine is mainly blue, so it's okay. So there you go. These are the 2 films. So this one is released in December 2005, and it's actually December. They even put like the exact day. It's December 28, 2005 for the first film, and this one is 2008, so much later. I wasn't too sure if this one had a US release. I think it does, and I think it goes for some money, so that's why I picked it up anyway, because if somebody wants both films, it's kind of cool. Okay, next, superheroes. Do I still have anything left? I think I don't. I think that's all. Okay, next we move to a movie called, with Vin Diesel, called Babylon AD. I've never seen this film. I know kind of what it is, but never really got down to watch it. But anyway, this is 2009, January 2009, so pretty late release tape. Very nice condition for this one, not any sun fade or whatsoever, so very happy about this. Yeah, also, like, you know, when you're thinking about, like, see the sun fade, the mold, looks like some part here has a little bit, but I will clean this and make sure it's nice. Okay, next we have Apocalypto. Very good film. I really like that film. Yeah, so it suffers from some sun fade. I did find this maybe 3 times this year. Every single time, terrible copy, all busted. The sleeve had like more than water damage. It was melting away. I don't know. It was all horrible. But this copy is beautiful, beside the sun fade. But everything else is really nice. And this is August 2007. August 2007. Great film. Okay, next we have War with, again, the guy that was from the movie that I keep forgetting the title, which I said it was Crank or something 24. Anyway, same actor, with Jet Li. So this says 2008. Is it? Or this? Yeah, it is. It is. I think the movie's 2007, but the videotape release is April 2008. April 2008. So there you go. So we have War. Spine is kind of okay, I should say. Bit of sun fade, but yeah. And I don't see that very often, by the way. Okay, this one, before I showed you, I had Final Destination 4, and this is Final Destination 3, which also I think was not released in the US, simply because this is 2006. We're talking about August. I said August, the previous one, I think confused with my months here. I meant July. So this is August, because 8, so August 2006, so late August 2006, Final Destination 3, really cool. And this one is actually pretty minty. If you look at the spine and everything, it's in beautiful condition. So this is a nice one. Okay. Next, now we're gonna dive into some animation kids stuff. I think I have a side. One I had before, no one cared. I don't know if anyone will care now. And now that I have one in stock, it's Open Season. Another copy with some sun fade, of course, because that's how it is. It is Korean dub because, like I explained in the previous videos, the English versions of these kids animation, if they were made, they're extremely hard to find because the ratio, of course, it's almost something like 1:10, 1:12, simply because, of course, this is for kids, and kids in South Korea actually do not want to read subtitles. Even when I used to live in Montreal and I would just speak French all the time, of course, when I was a child, well, I kind of forced myself to watch some animation in English because that was the only way to watch them. But if I could choose between French or English, I would choose French dub. So same thing goes for Korean kids. All right, so yeah, this is a Korean version, Open Season, and this is 2007. Okay, next, another one I had in stock before. I don't know if anyone wants it now. It's Shrek 3 or Shrek the Third. Again, same issue, some sun fade. It's in Korean, so Korean dub. But nonetheless, it is kind of getting hard to find. I mean, all those animations are kind of now a bit on the hard side to find. They used to be everywhere, and then suddenly, boom, they disappear. And once again, I'm gonna blame Korea Disco. So this is 2007 November. So yeah, late 2007. Okay. Next, something I think is, I mean, someone I know pointed out to me that this is actually kind of pricey for the US release. It's Wallace and Gromit, the Were Rabbit, Curse of the Were Rabbit. By the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Wallace and Gromit doesn't have any dialogue anyway, or does it? I'm not sure. I thought it was like just claymation with no dialogue. Could be wrong. So I guess if it's in Korean or if it's in English doesn't really matter. It says Korean on the spine, but does it really matter? Maybe no. So anyway, bottom line, the thing I wanted to say is that the US release is quite expensive these days. If you look up on eBay, they're all around like $100 for the tape if you find it. So here I have the Korean one. I don't know how much I'm gonna price it for. I have to take into consideration that there is some sun fade, because for me condition is very important, because of course, if the movie is all beat up and everything, I cannot charge the same as I would charge for a minty copy. But I have to keep in mind that, yeah, the rarity goes along with that as well. So yeah, but it's probably going to be cheaper, of course, than the US release. So this is 2006. We're talking about May 2006 release. Okay, let's move on. Next we have, well, let's keep kids stuff. Well, it's kind of like kids stuff. This is Bridge something. I don't know. Bridge to Terabithia. All right, let's say Bridge to Terabithia. Never seen this film. I don't know. You tell me. Looks like a kid's film. Looks like you know, like an Enchanted Castle, something fantasy type of film. Does it look good, bad? I don't know. Not my kind of stuff. I did watch stuff like that when I was a kid, of course, and I loved it, like Labyrinth. Okay, I'm kind of telling my age here. So, you know, maybe if you were a kid when this came out, maybe you actually enjoyed that film, maybe not, I don't know. So let's see the date, 2007, July. So July 2007 release. And is it in good shape? It is in fairly good shape, some sun fade, but otherwise okay. Okay, next kids movie, Lord of War, about armed dealers and stuff. Yeah, totally for kids. So yeah, some sun fade, otherwise all around beautiful copy. And this is one of the rare movies that actually doesn't have on the spine like the distributor. You know, there's no like Warner, Universal, or anything. It's just right here at the bottom. I don't know what that is, but yeah, there's no like big company, big studio name on the cover, which is unique. I mean, on the spine, just Nick Cage, which is enough. So Lord of War, kind of a cool cover. I think it's different than the US. I'm not sure. I mean, the US DVD. What's the year for that? 2006. So this is. Well, it's actually early 2006. Huh. It says like January 2006. So maybe there is a US release of this and I didn't know. Damn. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, next one. Brothers Grimm, movie by Terry Gilliam and with guy who plays the Joker. Yeah, and Matt Damon. So yeah, this is, I think, again, another 2006 movie. We're talking about January 2006, but apparently this one never had a US release. Maybe Lord of War didn't get a US release if this one didn't have a US release, because it's released at the same time, like early 2006. Again, a bit of sun fade, but otherwise fine. Okay, we're back with the two-parter, which again has like two faces. Wow. I'm saying that today, and like it happens to like every single movie almost except one. They all have like two different cassettes, strangely enough. So here we're talking about The Departed. This is the Martin Scorsese film, which was taken off a Hong Kong film, which was called Infernal Affairs. Both movies were very good. The Scorsese remake, so to speak, and the original Hong Kong film, they were both really good. Yeah, so this is, it says 2007, winner of Academy Awards. I think it won Best Picture or at least Best Director that year. So we're talking about a 2007 March release. 2007, March 2007. Really cool. Let me show you the back. Right here, Leonardo DiCaprio, even Jack Nicholson. He doesn't make any movies anymore because he's old and he doesn't care. But what an actor. Okay. All right, Departed. Okay, this one I'm not gonna go over it because I do have another copy that I picked up like a couple of weeks ago and I did show it to you. It's also in pristine condition, that's why I picked it up. All right, let's move on. All right, oh. Okay, now I'm making my point. So see, this is a two cassettes. Both cassettes have the exact same spine, exact same cover and everything. You see, so this is American Gangster. I do remember seeing that movie, but I don't remember anything about it. Only that it was kind of quite enjoyable, but not good enough to watch it a second time because it was long. So anyway, we're talking about what year? 2008. So March 2008. So yeah, pretty late. Okay, so March 2008. There you go. Nice. Part 1 and 2. Okay. So American Gangster. Okay, we're almost near the end. Next one is Body of Lies. There's like a little bit of smash, like the plastic is a bit beat up here, but The sleeve underneath is fine. A bit of sun fade as usual. Everything else is okay. This one I picked it up because it's a we're talking about April 2009, so it's quite late in the VHS cycle, so that's why I picked it up. I don't know if anyone wants this or not, but yeah. Okay, next we have Wanted. I never picked that one up. I've seen it in the past. I didn't pick it up because at the time I was just grabbing stuff and I was texting people I knew that were into those late releases. I would say, do you want it? You don't want it? And then they would say yes or no. And then anyway, I remember like suggesting this one up because I picked it up and I had it in my hands and the person said, no. So I left it there. Anyway, this time around, like I said, those movies are kind of getting hard to find now. So I'm not being fussy about it. So I picked it up anyway. And it is in pretty decent condition, barely any sun fade, very beautiful. There you go. Don't even remember seeing this film, but yeah. So late 2008, so we're talking about November 2008 right here. All right, a couple of scenes. The bullet with some Russian here. Kind of cool. Okay, another movie I never look into. I don't care. It's called The Holiday. Maybe someone will be interested in this because it's a late release, but other than that, I don't know. It has Jack Black, a couple of other famous actors from the era. Okay, let's check on the back. Let's see what year is that. So this is another April 2007 film. Probably like a feel-good rom-com, Bridget Jones' Diary without big knickers, okay? Whatever. Okay, so yeah. I mean, this is not my usual pickup, let's say. But like I said, the prices were good, so I'm like, okay, fair enough, I'll grab it before someone else does. Next, this is one that I didn't have in stock for a bit. It's Night at the Museum. There's also Night at the Museum 2 that's been released on tape in South Korea. They're kind of both hard to find now. And strangely enough, Night at the Museum 1, I don't think I've ever found a copy without any sun fade on the spine, strangely enough. This one does have some sun fade. I mean, well, you can tell like green and then blue, right? And it's always been about this degree of sun fade. I mean, not more or less. It's always around that, same tone, so to speak. But anyway, the rest of the tape is in decent shape, so whatever. Cassette's great. The late Robin Williams. Robin Williams. Yeah, so this is 2007, another April tape. Okay, next we have Street Kings. Street Kings with Keanu Reeves and Iron Man. Captain America. Let's check on the back. 2008. So this is late 2008. So August 2008. I did sell a copy of this, I think, maybe a year or so ago. So this is my second one. Spine is very decent, I should say. It does have a bit of sun fade, but very, very nice anyway. I mean, it doesn't show too much. Okay, the next one is The Shooter, another copy, and another film that I picked up a few times and then I left it there. So this time I thought, well, I'll grab it and I'll hold on to it because I think some people were after this one. So we're looking into a 2007 August release. The Sniper with Mark Wahlberg. The Shooter, or just Shooter. Anyway, it's a story about a sniper, right? Okay, next one, another one I never picked up before. This copy was in decent shape. It is the World Trade Center. Movie I've never seen, by the way. Never seen this film. Is it good or not? I don't know. Looks like a 6 out of 10 to me, but maybe it is good. Isn't that like an Oliver Stone film? I think it is. So we're talking about 2007 March. So March 2007 movie with Nicolas Cage. Again, another late release. Okay, with some bad mold that I have to clean. Okay, 1408. I showed you this one before, except this one does have sun fade. The other copy I have doesn't, or barely any. I'm not going to show it to you again because I did last time. And we're going to finish with this one. Nothing too fantastic, but we're talking about The Golden Compass. Again, it's a movie that Daniel Craig made outside of his James Bond films. I think it wasn't too successful, to be honest, but yeah. The copy is okay, again, like some sun fade. This is 2004, another April 2008. So April 2008 movie. There's a lot of April tapes in the last ones I showed you. I didn't arrange them in that order, it just happens to be like that. So there you go. Golden Compass from the Daejeon label, and it's in the, I think it's in the Daejeon clamshell, yes. Woohoo. Okay, so yeah guys, that's it for this week, or this today. I'm gonna show you the tapes on the spine, just like I like to do all the time, although I will have to maybe I cannot go wider with this phone, I'm sorry, so it will just be like this. So this is just an assortment of what I have. Of course I have way more than that. I have like 3 piles more, but these are some of the tapes I found. So I was able to clean, by the way, this is all cleaned up, okay? By that I mean all the cassettes are clean, all the sleeves are clean. It's just all the cassettes themselves that I need to clean. So it will take maybe a week or so. It takes time to clean this stuff. Sometimes people have no idea, but it's super time consuming. So that's why it's not really, you know, like sometimes people say, oh, but why the tapes are this price and in the States they're this price? Well, first of all, this is not the States, this is Korea, and we don't find tapes like in good shape like you guys have in the US because of the climate here and so on. And I do take time to clean all this stuff, and it does take a lot of time. So yeah, if I was going around, find a tape, let's say, I don't know, for $2, selling it back for 10, but spending an hour cleaning it or 30 minutes, it's... And then also, by the way, I went down south, had to take the train, it cost money to go there. Anyway, so I need to, you know, recoup in my trip. That's why I bought so many. So that's why like some of them are not that super cheap. And anyway, if you check online, if you check on eBay, chances are they're probably going to be more expensive or around the same price anyway. So yeah. Anyway, why am I talking about all this? I want to make like this video 1 hour, I think. No, I don't. So yeah, this is about like what I got. I got like 3 more piles on the side. I don't know when I'm gonna put them all for sale. So I mean, you can text me, say, hey, I would love this or that, so I can kind of gauge what, you know, people want. But I'm not gonna put anything for sale yet in this batch. I wanted to clean everything first. I'm just gonna say one thing, is that the Spider-Man 3 is perhaps, in my opinion, I think the one that people will want the most. Could be wrong, but I think like at least 3 or 4 people might want to jump on this because it's hard to find now. And of course, you know, superhero stuff, people want them. The other superheroes films, I don't know. Of course, in my opinion, they won't be as expensive as this one. I'm just saying like this one might be the most expensive of the bunch, simply because of the rarity now and the condition of this one, since it's so nice, and because of the demand. As for the other stuff, it's probably going to be the same price as, you know, I priced my tapes usually. Maybe things like the Narnia 2 might be a bit more expensive because it's a Disney one, it's a late one, it's hard to find now, and it's on 2 tapes, so it's kind of always harder to find those. Yeah. So yeah, price-wise, they don't. Oh yeah, maybe this one also might be a bit more expensive because it's a Disney Pirates of the Caribbean, and then there's another one coming out. So yeah, that kind of stuff might be a bit more expensive. Although a King Kong might not be that much because of the sun fade on the spine. Although the tape is clean. So yeah. Anyway, enough talking for today. Thank you for watching. Again, as usual, if you have any questions, if maybe you want to know more about one of the tapes there, yeah, don't be shy. Just text me, put a comment down below, click the like button, smash the like button, whatever. And I see you on the next one.